If you haven't done so already, please give your flowers to Mr. Kevon Looney, because what he does on a nightly basis for this Warriors organization, and when I say nightly basis, I'm not even exaggerating. This guy does not miss a game. He played 82 games the past 2 seasons and has not missed a playoff game this year. Kevon Looney is amazing with what he does on a nightly basis. Just what he does on the boards and what he does defensively for this team. It's a thankless job of what he does, throughout the regular season. But people are noticing it more because it's the playoffs and these are big games. This series is under a microscope because arguably you could say it's one of the best series of all time. But what Kevon Looney is doing, averaging 14.4 rebounds, leading the playoffs, the highest average since Jarrett Allen back in 2020 playoffs at 14.8, and is the third highest playoff rebounding average in the last decade. Doing that, giving this team more possessions, second chance opportunities, and ending and closing out those possessions, finishing those defensive possessions, has been big. And what he does on the defensive end, guarding Domantas Sabonis, probably the third best big man in the league, might make an all-NBA team. Honestly, will probably make an all-NBA team this year. And he has been struggling. Everything that Domantas Sabonis has had to get in this series has been tough. Whether that's Kevon Looney guarding him, Draymond Green guarding him, it's been tough. His field goal percentage has going down, has more turnovers. And if you see what Domantas Sabonis does and how he plays, very physical. And Kevon Looney said, what Domantas Sabonis does, it's normal. But just how much hits Kevon Looney is taking, and now how they're playing defense on Domantas Sabonis, they give him some space at the free throw line. So he's coming towards Kevon Looney or coming towards Draymond Green with speed and momentum. But they've been doing a great job on him. I was listening on the broadcast. He's probably the most respected player in that locker room, in the Warriors organization, because obviously you have the Stephs, the Clays, the Draymonds, but like I said, what Kevon Looney does, playing 82 games, guarding the best big man on the team, whether it's Domantas Sabonis right now, whether that's going to be Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. Bob Myers said the other day, after he had his first 20 rebound game of the series, that what he does is Dennis Rodman like. It's not to the extent of Dennis Rodman, because yes, Kevon Looney averaging big numbers rebounding wise, but still Dennis Rodman was a freak. He was crazy, averaging 17, 18, having 34 rebound games. Dennis Rodman is in his own tier when it comes to that. But Kevon Looney, Rodman he has a nose for the ball. But let's go over some more big numbers with Kevon Looney. Playoff games with 20 or more rebounds, 5+ assists, and under 5 points. Kevon Looney has 3 of those. Will Chamberlain has 1, and Bill Russell has 1. And Kevon Looney joins Will Chamberlain and Nate Thurmond as the only players in Warriors history to record multiple 20+ rebound games in the same playoff series. He's been great. Obviously, like I said, defensive end on the boards, but also he's been a very good playmaker. He's in positions where he's a screener, he's rolling, and the screen defender is either doubling or hedging, just giving more attention to whoever the ball handler is, whether that's Steph or Jordan Poole or Klay Thompson, because they have the ability to knock down that shot to score. So that leaves Kevon Looney open, and they give him the ball as the rollman, and he's been making pretty good decisions down there. And when we just talk about the numbers, last game he had 7 assists. In game 4 he had 6. In game 3 he had 9. So Kevon Looney, obviously scoring is not something that he's been doing, but when it comes to the offensive end, he's been a good playmaker. Obviously gives this team second chance opportunities. It's been a crazy playoffs. We're focusing more on this series alone, because when we talk about this series, arguably could be one of the best series of all time. This series has been great. Offensively, that's what we expected from these two teams, because throughout the seasons, these teams have not established themselves as defensive teams. The Warriors years before, yes, but this year they have not established themselves as a defensive team. And then we know at Sacramento, they're in the bottom 10 when it comes to defensive rating. But we knew offensively that it was going to be a crazy matchup, and it has the shot making, the clutch buckets. The games have been going down to the wire, with exceptions to game 3. but each game has been going down to the wire. And as a Warrior fan, I know regular fans, not regular, outside fans and NBA enjoyers in general want this series to go to 7. And you know what? If I wasn't a Warrior fan, I would agree with you fully. This is a great series. I don't want the series to end. I want to see it go to the last game. But as a Warrior fan, can we end this series next game back at home? Like, it's been stressful. It's been stressful. That Harrison Barnes last second opportunity to win that game in game 4 to put them up 3-1. Oh my gosh. I almost had a heart attack because yes, he took a questionable step back 3. I think he was trying to go 2 for 1 for the Kings, but still, I mean, it was a good look, and Harrison Barnes is still an NBA player, a quality NBA player. Say what you want about him. He still has the ability to knock down that shot. But yeah, let's talk more about the Kings. De'Aaron Fox has been solidifying himself as one of the top point guards in the league. Top 5, maybe, depending on who you're talking to, but I would say top 6, top 7. I mean, I'm not going to go through that list right now, but De'Aaron Fox, what he's doing on the offensive end, putting so much pressure on this Warriors offense. And it's kind of a shame to see that, we got the news that he had that fractured index finger on his shooting hand. It didn't look like it was affecting him much in game 5 because he still was able to have 24 points. I mean, the efficiency was down, but he was hitting some big shots. Didn't look like it was affecting him that much, but De'Aaron Fox has been amazing. His ability to get into the paint attracts so much attention because, to be honest with you, I mean, Andrew Wiggins has been doing the best job he can. He's the best matchup for De'Aaron Fox in this series. But still, I feel like no one can stop him. And the fact that he's been able to knock down some threes too just gives him that other dimension, makes him even a completely different threat. It's really making fans realize how good he is. Should make an all-NBA team this year and give more credit to what he's been doing. Obviously, Domantas Sabonis all-star, but maybe we should be giving more credit to De'Aaron Fox. Yes, Domantas Sabonis gets his own respect, but De'Aaron Fox, what he does for this team, adding that element of speed, his pace. Yes, he's the fastest player on the court, but he knows how to play with pace, knows how to play with physicality, can get to anywhere on the court, playmake for his teammates. De'Aaron Fox has been amazing. He's been great. And also Malik Monk, he's been great too as well. He kind of had that scare in game 5 where GP2, he was in that little collision with GP2, looked like he was really injured bad, but still able to play on it. But last night, he was putting on a contact finishing clinic. He had some tough finishes over Kevon Looney, going straight to the body and making those. But Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, when they're in the backcourt together, fastest backcourt in the league. Been fun to watch them play. It's been a fun series in general. And obviously Steph Curry's been doing Steph Curry things, but he's had to earn every single bucket because that boy Davion Mitchell, when he gets into the game, he does not think about anything else besides Steph Curry. Just like LeBron said, you got to guard Steph Curry in the parking lot. And, Davion Mitchell took that to heart. And he's been doing a good job, and Steph has had to earn every single bucket. The Sacramento Kings don't get the media attention they should because small market team, but now they're getting that. Everyone is seeing how good they are as a team, how good their offense is. But yeah, Davion Mitchell is getting that respect on a national level of how good of a perimeter defender he is. And then when we talk about Draymond Green, obviously was suspended and everything. But in this 6-man role, I know it's only been 2 games, but been looking aggressive. In that first game, coming back from the suspension, I believe he only had 12 points. But he even said that he should have 20. Because honestly, he should have. If you look at the field goal percentage, it was bad not because he was taking bad shots, but because he was missing easy bunnies. And the thing with Draymond Green, if you watch the Warriors, a lot of times when he's attacking, when he's the roll man, getting the ball and attacking down in the middle, he's looking to pass. And I don't care who you are as a player. You got to look to score. You have to have that aggressiveness to score. Be aggressive to score. And if they stop you from scoring, that's when you dump it down. And, he was getting those easy looks in game 4, but he wasn't looking to score. And that's why he was in between scoring and passing. And when you're indecisive like that, that's when you miss those easy bunnies. He knew that he was going to get those same looks in game 5, and he did. And he was able to convert those. Had what they call him, Draymond Levinsky. He had fadeaways too, hitting some tough shots. That was his first 20-point game since December of 2019. Klay Thompson looked like he was going to have a game 6 Klay in game 5, which he kind of did, hitting those tough shots. Had that, fall away in the left corner in the second half, 3-pointer. And he, like I said, the shot making in this series has been ridiculous, especially Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. I mean, De'Aaron Fox, obviously, Malik Monk. But Klay Thompson was hitting some tough shots, movement shots. This speaks to how great of he's been. Led the league in 3-point makes throughout the year. But yeah, last game was hitting some tough shots. Andrew Wiggins looked very assertive. I love it. Was not thinking. It was either one move and go. He knew what he was going to do. And that's what you want to see from Andrew Wiggins, just being assertive, because he's great. He's athletic. He can finish over anybody. He has that mid-range jumper. He can hit some threes. He had that dagger, for calling it a dagger at the end of the game, like 50 seconds left. Warriors are only up by 3. He kind of waved Steph Curry off, and he went in his own bag against Keegan Murray, I believe it was, and did a spin, one-legged fadeaway, hit that jumper, tough shot. You want to see Andrew Wiggins be assertive because he is that second, third scorer for this team. This series has been a good one, Hopefully the Warriors, for my best interests, can, in their best interests, win the series back at home, back at Chase, ended in 6, get ready for next series. But, like I said, you can't sleep on Sacramento because their offense is no joke. Obviously, in the playoffs, the game slows down, but they have the number 1 offensive efficiency of all time for a reason. And, the Warriors, they have kind of found it a little bit. They slowed down. De'Aaron Fox, Mr. Clutch Player of the Year. In the fourth quarter, De'Aaron Fox had 0 points, but 0 for 6. That's a good sign if you can stop the Clutch Player of the Year. So the Warriors are finding things. So we'll see how that goes into Game 6. But yeah, it's been a fun series for sure. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys in this video. If you guys enjoy, hit that like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys have been thinking about this series. Who do you guys have coming out? I know it's Warriors 3-2, but do you guys think Sacramento Kings can bring it back to Golden One Center for Game 7, win it? Do you think the Warriors will end it in Game 6? Is it going to go to Game 7? Let me know down below. But like I always say in my videos, my first name is Emilio, but my middle name is Lawrence, and I like hoops. If you like hoops too, subscribe to it too. Until next time, peace.